The plastic pollution problem is a global one, and the solutions to it come in a variety of forms that cross different disciplines. Zoe and I together co-founded a plastic pollution working group along with Drs. John Verdon, Jason Somarelli, Dan Richoff, and Michelle Nolan. And it's just a really great way to pull together folks who are working on the plastic pollution problem across different disciplines within the university and to provide a convening space.
These real-world interdisciplinary issues require a lot of different angles in order to be able to solve them. So we think of the working group as like a little microcosm of that at Duke. And we're starting to figure out what are some of the impacts of this widespread pollutant to human health, to environmental health and ecosystems, and what can we do about this issue.
I've been studying the technology and engineering side of things. 2 summers ago, I had an internship with the Nicholas Institute, and my initial role was to conduct a literature review to just find any new technologies that have been published about in the past 2-3 years. After I finished that initial job, I was kind of wondering just if there was any information about how effective they are or their ecological impact on the environment that they're supposed to be placed in to help. I got really invested in it because it was really cool to just read about all the different tech that's out there. In our data set, we have 2 categories. There's prevention, stopping plastic before they enter the environment, and then there's collection, where the plastic is already in the environment and they're cleaning it up. There is a huge diversity in the type of technologies that are out there. There's boats, there's wheels, there's booms that you can, slowly drag across a body of water. There's drones and robots. My favorite technology in the database is called Mr. Trash Wheel in Baltimore, and it's a wheel that sits in the river and then slowly just collects plastic before it enters the harbor. And it's just cute, yeah. And now the inventory is up to 109 technologies, which is really exciting to think about.
Our group is trying to engineer these highly efficient bacterial strains that can degrade plastic, that can then be reused as new materials like new plastics or even biofuels. Since there's so much plastic in the environment already, a lot of natural bacteria and fungi have actually evolved to degrade plastic in nature. So we have kind of this starting point from the natural environment that we can work off of. What we're trying to do is use biological systems that produce these enzymes that can then break down those plastics into different chemicals that can then be used for other plastics or other materials. I'm using very small pieces of plastic and exposing them to different types of bacteria, and then I look at that plastic under scanning electron microscopy. So I look at it at really high magnification to see if the bacteria has degraded it. One of the biggest challenges, I think, with bioremediation is with current bacteria that can degrade plastic, they're too slow to be actually practical for large-scale use. So that's one of the goals of our project, is using directed evolution to create this highly efficient strain of bacteria that can really be used to solve the plastic pollution issue.
This is a really great example of the collaborative research that's going on here at Duke, and this plastic pollution research kind of puts Duke at the forefront and highlights the work that we're doing on a national and international level.
In addressing the problem of plastic pollution, it's a complex interdisciplinary issue, and having so many bright minds working together around this issue is really exciting.